guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm jumping in with my February faves. I've been super busy, so I wanted to wait, I guess, or not wait, find some time to be able to jump in with my favorites. And it looks like I was a little book heavy this month, so I have stones and books and jewelry, toys, herbs. Yes, I said toys because we're adulting here. Actually a pair of really awesome boots and decks to share with you guys. So let's jump into it. First, I want to jump into jewelry, and I actually want to jump into the necklace that I'm wearing right now. And so this is a piece of labradorite, and so as you can see, the light catches it just awesome. It's so beautiful. Actually, this was like $7, this little stone here, at my local shop in Old Town. So South American Imports, if you guys are ever in Old Town, definitely go check them out. But I already had this chain laying around, so yeah, it's like a $7 necklace, and it's freaking gorgeous. I love the way the light catches it. It's so beautiful. The next necklace actually comes from the Witch's Moon, and that is the hare. And well, as we approach spring in Ostara, I've seen lots and lots of rabbits. We don't really have a lot of hares in our area, but definitely a lot of like springy type energy is jumping in, and I just find this to be gorgeous. And the presentation for this was freaking awesome. It was in a bed of moss in a little box, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I've been really loving this for the month of February. I got this really cool unicorn necklace, but it opens up and there's one of those like little lava stones inside that you can add incense to, so it came with like a few other ones. And I actually got this one off of eBay, and it was like $2, I think. It was really cheap. And it was free shipping, so so I totally scored. But yeah, who doesn't want a little bit of unicorn love in their life? Also have to say, one of my faves is my brand new shirt, and my dude got this for me, and it is Kittens on Donuts in Outer Space. What? Next up, I have a pair of earrings that I actually got. It was in a trade for a couple of decks of mine, and these are just little Larimar dainty little hook earrings, and they are so beautiful and so dainty. I love them so much. And around Christmas time, my guy got me these little turtle earrings. So as you guys know, I love turtles, especially sea turtles, so I was very happy to get these, and it's in my fave color. Like, I love what I call pretty blue, but it's actually like turquoise. But yeah, every time people ask me, what's your favorite color? Pretty blue. Because that's really definitive. So I mentioned toys earlier. Yes, as you can hear the rattling. I picked up this really awesome keychain, and it's a little mermaid. Well, to me it's like the Little Mermaid, but her name is Shelly. It's made in Thailand, and Shelly's message is, Shelly keeps you afloat when it's sink or swim. But the red hair just makes me think of Ariel, and so I actually have her on my altar because I've loved mermaids ever since, actually, the Little Mermaid. So that was like, what, 1988, 1989? Hot Topic was having a like blowout sale of Pusheen, so of course I had to pick me up some Pusheen, and a Pusheen unicorn at that. Yes. Yes, more of this. So Pusheen actually sits on my altar. I need Pusheen in my life. So I need to show you guys a pair of boots that I got, and they came from China, so they took a while to get here, but you know, and I actually got these off of, you know, when you're on Instagram and sometimes there's like the shop now and, you know, the little ads and stuff, and I actually clicked on one of those ads and I got me the coolest boots ever. Little kittens in outer space. Like, I love it. I actually wore it with this shirt today. So yeah, they're actually super comfortable. If you look inside, they're like kind of squishy, and yeah, so they're gonna be getting a lot of wear. I love the color, and I like that they're kind of goofy, but whatever, that's me. Okay, there was one herb in particular that I was really drawn to. Well, not really herb, like a berry, and that is elderberry. And I have it in here for now, but I'm going to be putting these into glass jars later. But I've really been loving these for teas. And elderberry is good for protection, sleep, healing, prosperity, and exorcism. And I find that they're really good for like if you feel like a cold is coming on, like if you want to, you know, add a few other herbs. And I think this is really good with hawthorn. You know, I'll put elderberry, hawthorn, maybe some cinnamon, you know, and just kind of like mix it up, just like make these concoctions. And I really love being able to add elderberry into all these different things. And actually, there is a girl that I follow on Instagram that uses a lot of elderberry. And so I got some of her recipes off of Instagram, and that made me purchase some more elderberry, so I have more elderberry in my life, and I'm very, very thankful. Kind of what elderberry looks like. It's just these like teeny little black berries. There are certain colors you do want to stay away from, and you don't really want to crush these up, as some have like small amounts of cyanide, not like to kill you, but definitely to upset your stomach. So always be wary of like all different herbs that you put in your teas, and always, of course, check with your doctor first before you self-medicate. So I'm going to show you guys some stones, and actually have my little stones box off to the side, but I was really drawn to really grounding stones for the month of February, because there was a lot going on. I kind of tapped into my jaspers and my agates, mostly like maybe my jaspers and tiger eye. So tiger eye was like a big stone month for me. And actually right now I am carrying around bronzite. So I am in a grounding mood. But yeah, so it was tiger eye for me most of the month of February, albeit a short month. These are all just my pretties in the raw forms. Oh, even that one, I love the way the light catches it in the raw form. I guess you could say I'm kind of in the like feldspar, kind of tiger eye mood. I have some red tiger eye here. And then I have tiger iron, which I liked using for meditation. So tiger iron, I believe it's tiger eye, hematite, and jasper, all mixed into one. I was really into books in the month of February, and let's actually start with tarot books that I purchased and kind of blew through. So the Kitchen Table Tarot, I know this is like gone around, a lot of people are familiar with it, not everybody has it. If you don't have it, this is a really good reference. If you are a newbie, if you are an experienced reader, it doesn't matter, even if you're curious about the tarot. I find this to be really, really fascinating. And this is by Melissa Cyanova. And you can find her on Instagram. I believe it's Little Fox Tarot, something like that, or Little Red Fox, something like that. Just, you know, type this into the search, and she should be able to come up. Oh, Wally has come to join me. You can see his little tail here. But yeah, this was really good with, you know, it would go into majors, minors, you know, courts, and give you a little bit of information. Like, this is her interpretation, her personal experience, and I think that it's good to get other people's points of view. Try to see cards from as many different angles as possible, because when you go to give a reading, like for myself, I, you know, love being able to draw from all these different types of meanings and being able to see cards in different ways, thereby helping the person that I am reading for, being able to give them a varied interpretation. Another book that I found really awesome is Tarot Spreads. I've actually never gotten a spreads book before, and this is by Barbara Moore, and I love Barbara Moore. I have a few tarot decks of hers, or her artwork, and yeah, this is cool. The only drawback is that there isn't really like a table of contents that tells you like, oh, these are like career spreads, oh, these are love spreads, but it's just like a lot of spreads throughout the whole book. But whatever, I get to flip through the book and and have a good time. And so yeah, I haven't quite made it through, but I'm having fun just trying out these spreads and seeing how my different decks work with them. How can I, you know, rework these spreads to, you know, best fit me, and maybe are these some spreads that I could use for my clients, people that come to me for readings. So I've really enjoyed this book, so definitely check out Tarot Spreads by Barbara Moore. And another book that I've been touting all over my live chats. I think I've had other videos with this, but this is The Life You Were Born to Live by Dan Millman, and this is the author of The Peaceful Warrior. Also, there was a screen adaptation of the movie, but yeah, I actually got a few people to go out and get this book, and they're very happy with it. But it helps you to be able to see situations that have arisen in your life, or situations that may come, and helping you to kind of like work through blocks, and kind of looking at, you know, your life's purpose as in being like not, you know, seeing everything as perfect, or, you know, being able to commit to things, and, you know, and being able to be the best possible you, basically, without all the, well, fears and, you know, all of that. So this is really helpful for that, and this has actually changed my perspective on a lot of things, so I highly recommend. The last 3 books are by Ted Andrews, and I have like Ted Andrews everything. I have his tarot deck, I have his oracle deck, I have his Animal Speak runes, I have 3 of his books now, and I probably am just gonna have an entire like Ted Andrews library, because I love his writing, I love his energy. He is a fascinating person. I love the way he thinks. So I recently got Nature Speak, and let's see if you guys can see that. But yeah, Nature Speak by Ted Andrews, and I'm actually only this far in, so not very far in, but I like the delving into nature and being able to just be more aware of your surroundings, and that we're getting, you know, messages all the time, but we may not notice them because we're on our phones or we're lost in our own thoughts. And so it's really, you know, this is a good book at, you know, just helping us to become more aware of what's going on, and see things that we may not see, you know, even if, let's say you go for walks, but, you know, you may pass by a certain thing, like, you know, every single time, and not even notice it's there because you're so focused on maybe like the destination. So this has been really good, and this was recommended by, I believe, New Age Lunatic, I think it was, on my YouTube channel. And so I always go off like your guys' recommendations, because you guys got good taste. So yes, so I highly recommend this as well. So got Ted Andrews' Animal Wise, and this is like a second edition to the Animal Speak, which I also have. So this one isn't new, but this one is. So this one has a lot more animals, a lot more interpretations of animals that are missing from this book. So yeah, if you're into animals and animal symbolism, and if you're thinking of them as maybe being messengers, you know, if you keep seeing a certain animal over and over again, you know, even if it's in real life, or you see it in cartoon form, or you hear about it, you read about it, this is really good. So I recommend this as well. So Animal Wise by Ted Andrews. All right, next up is decks. First little deck is a little trade I got, and this is Pookie Cat runes, and these are the backs. I believe that you could still get these runes or rune cards on Etsy. I actually ordered the Pookie Cat Tarot, so I am patiently awaiting my tarot deck to arrive, but I love the images on these, and I've used these on, like, you know, just like my 1-card draws or my daily reads on Instagram, and other people seem to enjoy it as well. I think they're really cute, and I love the interpretations that go along with the runic symbols. The next deck I've been loving for the month of February is the Story Cards by Kathy Nichols. And I had seen these like on a lot of people's channels, actually, people doing unboxings, people doing readings with them, and I was like, I gotta get this. So this is also on Etsy as well, As you can tell, I like the indie decks. But what's interesting with these, you can use them as oracle cards, but they're also actually meant to be used as like story cards. So if you're like a writer and you're trying to get through some writer's block, you can lay a few cards down and try to make a story with it. You know, it's good for helping to enhance creative energy, or it's good for, you know, journaling if you're, you know, just wanting to write like maybe some poetry. They have little keywords, and so I find this to be rather fun. I did do like little mini like stories and put them in my journal, and so yeah. So if you're a writer, if you need some artistic inspiration, or you just like beautiful oracle cards, this is the deck for you. In the month of February, I was also loving the Sorcerer's Tarot. So this wasn't one that I'd seen much of, but I found it on Amazon. It was like one of those like recommended things, like based on your buying history, we recommend this. So ooh, there's a couple of cards there. So this one's really interesting because the images don't really follow the standard Rider-Waite Smith. It's a little bit different, and I like that. I like being able to take what I know of certain cards and then also looking at the images that are presented here and being able to get some unique readings. So yeah, if you're looking for a little change up in your tarot reading, then maybe you want to check out the Sorcerer's Tarot. In February, I was also loving the Spirit Within. So I didn't get this in February, but I used it a lot in February. And I find the answers to be very like matter of fact. The backing's there. So I've noticed that people have been enjoying this on Instagram. People that I've been reading for have also been enjoying this deck. Yeah, so if I want an answer that's like just really straightforward, just give it to me like it is, I find this deck to be very useful for that. Is the Spirit Within Tarot by Stephen Bright. Okay, and then I mentioned earlier that I'm on a huge like Ted Andrews kick, so I did get his Feathered Omens, but not in the month of February. I think I got these in January, but I ended up using them January, February. I'm still using them. And I find it really helpful because I feel like I'm surrounded by a lot of bird energy lately. So this kind of helps out with that. I might see a bird and be like, what was the message for that? And I might pull a card from here and it makes total sense. So yeah, if you are into birds or you're just into animals in general, I highly recommend this. The cards are, you know, obviously oracle size, but they're very thin. And Ted Andrews' tarot deck was kind of similar, where it was really thin cardstock. You just got to be more gentle with your cards, but it's not really off-putting to me. It's just, I don't know, they give good readings, so I don't care that much about the cardstock. The last deck for the month of February is Love Your Inner Goddess. I've been using this every day in January and February for my daily draws, and for these, and there's the backings there, I always use the guidebook with them, because the messages are like right up my alley. It's like, it's exactly what is going on. I've never come across an oracle deck that is so accurate. It's so, and it's so nurturing. It's like what I need to hear. Like the messages, I mean, not like I need to hear like blow smoke up my backside, but more like, okay, that's what's going on, but you know, this is what I can do to make it better, or this is what I can do to work through it, or you know, how to handle something. And so I love these messages. At first I didn't think it was my style of deck just because I'm not really drawn to that type of artwork, but now I love it. Like, you know, the messages are just so good. Now I'm drawn to these images and I'm really drawn into them. All right, so that's it from me, you guys. That was my February faves. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. So what my February faves are for is just kind of showing you guys what I'm working with, and I love watching everybody else's faves, just kind of see like how are people using certain things, how are people recycling things, you know, do I have something similar, and maybe I can incorporate something very similar into my practice that maybe I already have, but this is by no means, you know, saying that you need to have all different kinds of stuff in order to live a full and happy life. It's just saying, hey, here are some of the things that I have. Some things are new, some things are old, and it's just kind of how I make everything work together. And I don't know, I just kind of find it interesting when people make these videos as well. So if you guys dig this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding ding notification bell for more videos just like this. If you guys want to catch a reading with me, don't forget to head over to etsy.com/kittenswaitstarot, and I have tons of different readings for you guys, and I also have my beautiful bracelets. I also have room and body sprays and my magical healing salves, which I only have a few left of, so make sure you grab yours before they're gone. All right, and don't forget to head over to patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot to come join the KWT tribe, and so we can do more, create more for you guys and for everyone, and you get some freebies in the process. And my goal is to hit 100 patrons, and if I get 100 patrons, little Wally's down here. I will allow Wally to do a reading, a weekly reading for you guys there on Patreon. So definitely go check that out. And that's it from me, spiritual homies. So I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.